always known that, Bakhona, they are there, but you had no concept of where Malawi or Zambia was on the map, because our history began in 1652. What we were taught was South Africa began in 1652.
Before that it didn't exist.
Yes, and therefore you did not know of people how black people came from the Congo, Zambia, and came down, and even the king, the Bushman, the connotation, how we were taught about that part of our history.
The koi and the sand.
Yes. Also, we were taught that they were called the Hottentots.
Yeah, which is very derogative.
Yes, and that they were lazy people.
And they weren't.
And how you could tell that the difference between the Hottentots and the Bushmen was the hair. The texture was tighter, the coils were tighter on this one, and the other ones were lighter, So that's how we were taught our own history, and how Shaka was a bad person because he started Mfecane wars, and how my own history, The saddest day for me, I remember when learning about the Xhosa history was the day that I learned about Nongqawuse. And then Nongqawuse was this woman who the settlers spoke to and told her that she must tell the Xhosas that they must destroy all their cattle, and their fields and everything, I can't remember the story correctly, but it seemed like it would be the end of the world, and so therefore they had to destroy.
To do this,
and that led to famine.
Of course,
and so
and you get scared to do something when you get told that it's going to be the end of the world. So all of a sudden you actually just negate even tending to the fields and doing something that has been so natural to you. We're going in a history lesson over here.
Yes. Yeah. So that's how. The reason why I think we're going to a history lesson is because you asked me how it was then and how it is now. Yes, now, subsequently to that, now we know that our history did not begin in 1652. However, our history has never been written down, so we don't know.
Yeah.
So, we don't know how we started, how we got to be here. We get the snippets from people who've come from, like my Congolese friends will tell you that, there's certain, when we say it's cold.
Yes.
And then they also have something like that. It's like Malili Makaza or something like that, meaning it's very cold.
Yes.
So then you see the connections. And I've noticed that
also Swahili.
Yes. So there's this interconnectivity in our culture and in our words.
Yeah.
So hello. So 1652 was actually a lie. But we're discovering this now.
Yeah.
But still 25 years onto the new dispensation, the history books have not changed. We have not rewritten the history.
We have to start making an active change then, because you can't wait for someone else to rewrite history for you.
That's
and
right.
You can't also, if you see that movement is not taking place, then you have to branch off and create it.
That's why I like what you have done with the book, because we get to learn about each other. We're changing the narrative. We're not rewriting history, but we're creating our own history now.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we are opening our, even I as a 50-year-old, we are opening my eyes to other things as well, because now I'm thinking, hey, this is a destination that I've never been to, and maybe I should go there. I was making my bucket list the other day of places that I should be going to. I'm definitely going to do a carnival.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen some of the carnivals. I also want to go. I haven't been, but I definitely want to do one. And I just think there's such a level of freedom in the color and
yes.
And it has to be like Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Trinidad.
Yes.
I'm like, I must say, one of the contributors is from Jamaica, and it's just I love listening to her speak because there's this drawl that there's like this Caribbean almost not like an island way of speaking, and I'm like it's so amazing the diversity that even from the land, the way of the water, the rhythm of it impacts us and how we speak, how we walk, and how we look at life.
A friend of mine had posted something on Facebook about Soweto, about him not understanding what it is that we love about Soweto, right? And how township life is geared to impoverish us and to keep us in our place. And he's an academic that way, he thinks deeply and all those things. And my response to him was that, well, all townships are geared, are engineered to keep us in our place. And he was like, okay, he agreed with me. Yesterday I was thinking about where I live and Soweto. And I realized I came to one conclusion. The reason why we love Soweto so much is because, and the townships, is because it's the hustle and bustle. In the suburbs, it's too sterile for us. It's just too sterile. We are of African descent. We love color. You just talked about our languages being rhythmic, and that's the reason why there's Ebonics, because people missed the rhythm. That's the reason why the Jamaicans speak the way that they do, because they missed the rhythm. And that's the reason why, even if you are from North Cliff, you are from here, we are in Houghton, you miss that rhythm that you can only find in the townships among the people. And I'm like, oh, how profound is this?
Everything has a rhythm. Everything has a rhythm.
Yes, but the thing is, with us Africans, we are born of rhythm.
Yes, we are rhythm.
Yes, that's why we need to go to them.
Yes, and that's why we long for it.
Yes, from here in the
from the neighborhood.
Yes.
So, as a traveling African woman, what have your lessons been, and how do you feel that how have you grown through your experiences?
I found that life is colorful. Like, I had the opportunity to go to I actually wanted to go to Afrochella in December.
In Ghana?
Yes. Because of the color. And 2 years ago I was in Ghana for the second time. And I went to the Yam Festival. Now, growing up, I didn't know anything about yams. And when I went there, I have never seen so much color in my life. Like, it was just, I was overwhelmed by color and by beauty. And I came to the conclusion that South Africans our traditional garments have nothing on what's out there. Nothing.
Amazing.
Yes.
We don't have enough color.
No. Our clothes are boring. I am very sorry to say it. Our clothes are boring. Like kente.
Yeah. They have some beautiful.
That kente is just amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to explore that. I want to see the color. I saw a glimpse of it at Afropunk, because Afropunk just looked like one massive heritage day. And I want to explore.
You want more of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to eat more of the food. I want to experience more of the smells.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I want to sit with grannies and I want them to tell me about
The
stories.
grannies and their stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know. I want to touch people's faces. You know. I want to go and swim with the kids because I saw some kids swimming in some rivers, you know. That's what I want to do that, you know. And that's why I said in the book that I want to conquer my continent first, and then I want to go to the rest of the world. I also want to listen to more African music because
I love it.
Yes, there's a friend of mine. We have a pact that we're gonna go to Mali, and not only are we gonna go to Timbuktu to look at the manuscripts, but also we're gonna search for music because the music from that region is just amazing. Because the only export of Mali right now is Salif Keita. There is more to that music than Salif Keita, so we want to do that.
Amazing. Yeah, well, I look forward to hearing that story, and I hope you share it with us. It would be beautiful.
Definitely. My daughter was in Mali just 2 months ago, and she didn't do much. She just went to the biennale, and so she just didn't come back with the kind of stories that I wanted to hear. But she's not as she doesn't like exploring, I think,
as much as you do.
Because I'm very adventurous, so so
of course you are. Really, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for contributing to the book. I think you've done an excellent job, and I'm just looking forward to more stories that are going to come through from you as well, and I appreciate that. So if you want to hear more of Buli's story, you can get it in Those Who Travel Meet Themselves right here in this book. It's available on Instagram from @ThoseWhoTravelMeetThemselves. Find us, follow us, like us, and get yourself a copy of the book. And we'll also make sure that on the Cheap channel, we actually have your details for those who want your PR services and who want to explore your tours. Do you have a name for your tours?
Yes, but right now we have suspended it for a bit because I am just too busy with the other business.
Yes.
So I need to find people that can work with me.
Yes.
And then be as passionate as I am about my country, my township, and my city. You know,
Fantastic.
So, and I'm looking for young males because I think that it's all good and well for us to train our girl children to do things, but I think we've neglected our sons, and that's the reason why South Africa finds herself in
the situation that we're currently in.
Yeah.
I always say raise them together so that they can learn to be each other's keeper, because we all have to learn to look after each other. All of us need to look after each other.
So,
you know, I can't win if you're not winning.
True.
So, and that's this book is a true testament to that. Actually, you know, we win together. So,
I'd like to. I don't think that I told you that. I think this is a fantastic idea, and thank you so much for having had the foresight and wherewithal to just go through with it and just to start this project and see it through. Two editions.
Yes. Yeah, I know. The second one, I promise you, I felt like an elephant. I was like, when is it coming out? And I set a date, miss the date. Set the date, miss the date. I was like, I'm a disaster, I'm failing. And then it came out.
Plan.
Yeah.
Have a way of changing.
Yeah. Thank you. Wait, here's your copy.
Sorry,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I wanted to just give her the copy the last time with just a little bit saying again so that I can cut.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
I got so excited. This was powerful, this one. Sorry.
No problem. We excite people.
It's It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna do. Yeah.
Buli, thank you so much for coming through to chat to us on the couch and for contributing your beautiful story and for being part of this, part of the journey. And I hope that we can take it and grow with it together. So that's your copy.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Michelle. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I want to maybe give birth to other babies.
Yay! To more babies!
Yes!
Hey man, that was nice, guys. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
I thought I was
actually.
boring.
No, that was amazing. It was powerful, actually. Eh?
Yeah.
I've been to Mali, Timbuktu. It's amazing. Eh? So Leif Keita,
Yeah.
I've seen him in a desert fest.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you know about a desert fest that happens on your way to Timbuktu. In the
No,
desert.
no.
It's basically you ride a camel and you just see Salif Keita this small in the middle of nowhere. Right? And you're riding and then they get bigger for that heat.
Yeah.
Just that song that you hear in the distance.
Yeah.
And you see that heat, and as you get closer, it's just majestic.
And
Mali is majestic on its own. There's festivals that happens on the Nile River, right on the border there, in the Nile River. They actually put
When
a
do these
stage.
festivals happen, guys? Because I
You
would
have
love
to-
to.
you have to
actually.
check
I
it
want,
out.
that is on my bucket list. I want to go, like, to explore that whole Sahel region. I want to go to Chad.
Jamini, I've
Oh,
been there.
yes. I want,
Conakry, Guinea.
yes, I want, like,
Ivory Coast, Abidjan.
Yes.
Love it. But Mali, you're right. Start with Mali.
I want to go
It's
to Mali.
amazing. It's got its own majestic beauty.
Mhm.
The